boy 50. You already know.
Shout out to Smitty. Talk is cheap.
Out in Harlem, Mook and Smitty about to me, cause talk is cheap.
Smitty, you know.
Big Smitty, baby, making it happen, man.
Y'all know that talk be cheap.
Talk is cheap, gang. Action's louder.
Smitty make it happen, BDM. My nigga always been doing solid business. And you know what it is. When I tell you that, it's the real deal. Smitty makes shit happen.
All right. Yes, this is the Who Are You Really podcast. It's your boy E. Jones coming live from the WTJU studios in Charlottesville, Virginia. We want to give a big shout outs to our sponsors, Shea Butter. Everybody, your body people, everybody needs Shea Butter, man. Big ups to them. They've been holding me down for a while, so big ups to them. Y'all know what it is, man. I told y'all 2022 was going to be a big year for your boy, man. Big year for the podcast, big year for your boy. And we starting off with a bang, man. We had my boy Lyric, Luciano from LA. He's out in LA doing this thing. And now we got the man himself, Smitty. I've been telling you, I've been hyping this up for weeks, y'all. Y'all been asking me, who is Smitty? What he's doing? Who is he? Hey, you ain't got to ask no more. The homie Smitty, CEO of BDM, Backdoor Movement, is in the building. What's up, brother?
Salute, Eric. Appreciate you having me, good brother. Appreciate you having me. Salute.
No doubt, man. You know, it's a pleasure, man. So basically, I reached out to Smitty, you know what I mean? Smitty came through. He's basically the who's guy to me, you know what I mean? How I look at him, shaking and baking in the music industry right now. Pretty much your favorite rapper's rapper. He is affiliated with him or know somebody who is affiliated with him. But I've been doing too much talking. I'm gonna let the man introduce himself. So Smitty, this is the Who Are You Really podcast. Let the world know who you are, man.
My name's Smith from Brooklyn, New York. You know what I'm saying? I rep New York on the whole, but I'm from Brooklyn. And I'm just, I'm a regular dude that's just on this grind. You know what I'm saying? Just connecting the dots and just putting people in position to win. It costs me nothing to help the next man. And that's just what I'm doing, bringing people up on the radio, doing different interviews, doing different stuff for upcoming artists that need a chance. I give them a chance. I give them an outlet. I give them a major platform to go on and speak on, speak on ventures, speak on the music they're working with, just different things. I connect the dots. I like to make it happen. You come to me, one-stop shop, Smitty, make it happen. Talk cheap. That's my motto, because, I really don't talk. I make it happen. You need done, you tell me what needs to be done, I'm going to make it happen. I find a way, never an excuse.
Facts. Definitely, man. And I be seeing you how you be moving with different celebrities. So basically, you talked a little bit about it. So basically, how did this all originate with you? You know what I mean? Obviously, we're going to take it back. I like to rewind fast. We're going to take it back a little bit. How did this all originate where you was like, okay, this is kind of what I want to do? At what age was you when you was like, all right, I kind of want to, I love rap. I love the music scene, so this is what I want to do.
To keep it funky with you, I just kind of fell into this, to be honest.
Okay.
Like, I was playing college football at University of Connecticut, UConn. I was a Husky balling out there. My man ended up getting drafted to the Philadelphia Eagles. Mm-hmm. So went to the Eagles. You know how that go. Football ballers want to be rappers. The rappers want to be ballers. So a good friend of mine, Dion McPhee, ended up meeting up with Beanie Siegel in Philly.
Shout out to Beans, man.
So, I grew up listening to Beans. So when he told me he was Beans' show, I'm like, what? The next weekend I was in Philly. I met Beans. He did a video shoot, I think, with Raekwon and State Property at the time. And ever since then, we've been family,
Yeah, big ups to Beans, man. I had the opportunity of interviewing him too, man. Good dude. So, yeah, big facts. So you did that. So you got in. I seen you put up some videos. I've been seeing you put up a lot of videos, but you was affiliated with Beans during the Rockefeller days?
Yeah.
The early Rockefeller days?
Yeah.
Okay. And so how did you, so what do you categorize yourself as when someone says, okay, this is Smitty. All right, I'm coming to Smitty. Like what do you do for, I'm a new artist. I'm hot, I'm sizzling.
If I needed a label, if you talk on an individual basis, some people will call me a manager, but I manage without being a manager. Like, I point people in the right directions. I tell them the key moves they need to make. You know, I get down to the gist. A lot of people call me the cheat sheet if they ain't calling me the plug or the outlet. So I pretty much, you know, instead of you wasting your time and going here, there, I let you know exactly what needs to be done, and I get it done, you know, by any means necessary.
So that came organically? Because you say you was in school, so, or was that just a hustling mentality?
You know what? I always been a hustler all my life. I ain't gonna speak on that, you know what I'm saying?
No, we ain't gonna do that. We ain't gonna do that.
I always been a true hustler all my life, you know what I'm saying? And from it just fell into my lap. Like I met Beans and I started making moves with Beans. And at the time, DJ Craig G in Connecticut was like, yo, you know Beanie Siegel? I'm like, yeah. He like, yo, what if we got him to come to Connecticut? I said, let's make it happen. I called Beans. I said, how much you want to show up? He told me. I told my man Craig G. I ended up blocking in a date. Then my man in Jersey, my man EC, shout out to Ezra, he said, let's bring him to Jersey. Let's make some money. So I brought him to 2 different spots, ended up making some money off of that, just being a hustler. And from there, I ran with it. I brought Lloyd Banks to my area, Meek Mill, Rick Ross.
I seen it.
You know, so I just started running with it after that. Started doing shows, Red Cafe, Fred the Godson, and naturally I started meeting DJs because the top DJs were the ones that would promote my shows or my content on the radio. So with that, I got a relationship now with the DJs, top DJs. You know, I start off with Cypher Sounds, DJ Magic, Mr. C, Funk Flex, you know, they was parties. And, you know, naturally, with that being said, the upcoming artists started coming to me like, yo, Smitty, how you know Lloyd Banks to bring him around the way? I brought Lloyd Banks around my way. I lived a mile away from where I brought Lloyd Banks, you know, to my community, had him perform, and naturally all the upcoming artists swarmed to me like, yo, how you brought this dude? Could you help me out? This and that. And then I just started running with it. I had the connections already. You know, some people would say I'm a made man in Flatbush, you know, so my name bells, I'm respected, highly connected out there.
That's what's up.
Just started, you know, connecting the dots. And the more dots I connected, you know, the more opportunities were presented. And running around with a rap legend like Beanie Siegel, you know, anyone I met, you know, they gave me that respect off top, you know. I carry myself well. I got a team, so we just started, you know, doing what we doing.
Let's talk about this team, BDM. So when was it when you sat down, you was like, all right, so I'm plugging, I'm moving, my name ringing bells, doing this, I'm doing that. When did this whole thing start? When you was like, well, this is what I got.
The crazy thing about the whole BDM backdoor movements, that name came out of the blue. Oh. Like I told you, I had booked Beanie Siegel for 2 shows, September 10th, 2010, and September 11th, 2010. I did Connecticut and New Jersey. So the first show we went to, everything was cool. We got there, you know, like I said, I always been a respected dude in my community. So anywhere I go, you know, my family moving with me. So I might be with like 20 to 30 dudes with me. So I call it a movement because anywhere I go, you know, my family with me, you know what I'm saying? They ready to ride, you know. I had my own entourage and I wasn't no rapper, you know, just for love. Anywhere I went, I had a movement with me. So one day, Cypher Sounds asked me, what's the name of the promotional company? I'm like, what? I don't know nothing about promoting. I'm a hustler. I'm trying to 1 into 2. So my man at the time was like, backdoor movements, a Jamaican dude. He's like, backdoor movement. And I was like, backdoor movements, because the first spot we went to, it was so many of us, and you know, the fans, they saw Beanie Siegel, they was acting up. The owner of the club told us go around the back, through the back door. Yeah. And he saw how much of us, he was like, oh my gosh, like, this is a movement right here. So the next day when, you know, Cypher Sounds asked me, what should I shout out on the radio? You know, I can't say my government. So my man was like, backdoor movements. You know how we moving? We coming through the back door heavy. It's a movement. And I just ran with it. Like, it wasn't supposed to be the name that lasted forever. It was just my man talking shit.
Facts.
Back for movements, you know how we moving. And, you know, next thing I know, Red Cafe, a good friend of mine, I did a show with him in PA. Same question came up. So I was like, backdoor movements, you know, and the name just started taking off like wildfire. You know, anything I put my name on or I get behind, you know, I've been blessed to, you know, it take off with its own wheels. So I just started running with it. So no long story. No, it just happened organically and real, you know?
Yeah, that's some of the best ones. So is that you got artists under that? Are you managing artists under the BDM, or is it just strictly a movement right now?
I mean, at the time right now, you know, we mostly doing event planning, you know, dealing with upcoming artists. You know, I'm not currently managing anyone, you know. I work with different artists, but I'm not managing anyone right now currently. So, you know, just grinding. It's a grind. So
you working with these artists. So, like, I mean, I see the who's who, man. I mean, I can name so many rappers, so many celebrities that you know, shaking with, but I'm talking about the ones that I've been seeing lately. Benny, Jada, and Beans. What affiliation? Well, we already know the affiliation with Beans, but what affiliation do you have with Kiss and the Butcher himself?
I mean, well, Jadakiss always been a supporter from day one. I've known Jadakiss just as long as I've known Beans, you know. And Jadakiss always been a guy that been supporting. At one point when I had the shirts backdoor movements, you know, he threw one on, you know, he threw me on his Instagram a couple of times, you know. So Jadakiss always just been a genuine supporter of mine. And, you know, I would consider him BDM too. He's one of the prominent, more famous members of my crew, BDM, you know what I'm saying? So, and as far as Benny the Butcher, it always been love, you know what I'm saying, from day one. I met Benny, we clicked, and, you know, I messed with a couple of dudes from BSF, and it just love. When we met him, real recognized real, you know what I'm saying? I was in Atlanta, he was in Atlanta, he invited me over to his house to come pull up. I pulled up, we did an interview over there. I had Hip Hop is Real come through. They did an interview that's on YouTube now. And then every time I see him, it's love, you know, real recognize real. You know? Recognize real, man. Shout out to Griselda, man. Yeah, you know, shout out Griselda, Benny, and all them boys over there. Yeah,
Conway, all of them, man. Big ups to them. They doing major things, man. Definitely. So what's next for the Butcher, man? I mean, not the Butcher. Excuse me. What's next for Smitty moving forward? I know you're working with a lot of artists, but
I mean, I've been kind of flirting with the idea of starting my own record label. You know, so you know, I deal with a lot of artists, but you know, right now I'm just connecting the dots and I'm just flowing. You know, everyone's like, main question, what do you do? What you know? I'm just connecting the dots. You know, I'm moving at God's speed, taking it day by day. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it gets hectic. You know, it definitely gets hectic at times, but I'm just taking it day by day. And you know, wherever God leads me, that's where I'm gonna fall. You know.
Definitely. So I want to talk about something right quick before we get into, you know, the latter part of the show, like the question I like to ask. But family, you know, you put a lot of emphasis on that, you know what I mean? And not only that, but with showing support to women, because every morning, you know, I wake up, you know, my uncle always told me, you know what I mean, those who up at 4, 5 in the morning are always working on new business plans, are always ahead of the curve. And every time I'm up at 5, 6 in the morning, Smitty's up 5, 6 in the morning, posting something. But definitely, could you just touch on how much does family mean to you? And, you know, because I see you're really big on IG, man.
I mean, I feel like family is everything, you know, family's first, family's the foundation. You know what I'm saying? Family, good friends, you know, I feel like that's the foundation. You got to have a solid foundation. You can't build on anything without having a solid foundation. So, you know, when it comes to my mom, my daughter, you know, my pops, you know, it's tight knit. You know what I'm saying? Don't nothing come before my daughter. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and I feel like as an African man and just a man, period, you know, it's very important to be in your child's life. And more importantly, especially if you got a daughter, you got to be there to raise her, and pretty much set the standard. So, you know, I like to bring to the table, being that now, you know, people starting to look at me like someone, or, you know, a dude that's in position or whatnot. You know, I try to, you know, we all put on our pants the same way. I like to give that real feeling back, like, yo, I'm a regular guy. I'm out here every day just trying to provide for my daughter. You know what I'm saying? Like, I literally left my daughter now to, you know, come here and do this interview, and that's pretty much what it's about, you know.
Appreciate you.
So that's about it. You know, a lot of people get caught up in trying to impress other people that don't even matter. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, clout chasers, and I ain't never been that dude. You know what I'm saying? I hope I'm a leader, you know, and I feel like leaders lead by example and bosses make boss moves. So, you know, I've never been the type to, you know, seek validation from the next man. You know, I always been one to do myself, do me. So with that being said, you know, I feel like, you know, family is very important, and I try to show the people and, you know, post, you know, while the eyes is on me, while it's hot, I try to show them, you know, what being a real man is about. You know, we need more of that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of fronters out here, and, you know, a lot of people, you know, glorifying stuff that they shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, you know, I'm here to, you know, take it back to the essence. You ain't raising your kids, you can't even come around me.
Facts.
I like to set the bar, you know, set the bar as a real man, you know. So that's pretty much it.
You definitely set the bar, you know, pretty high. I consider myself, even though I just been following you for the last, you know, couple of years, it's just, you know, it's very inspirational. You know what I mean? When I wake, because I've been battling things the past year that nobody really knows about mentally. And when I mean, you know, some of the things you put up, it really got me through the day. That's why I comment and be like, yo, you know, this hit me, you know.
Appreciate that.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
I do that for people like you. You know, you never know who's listening. You never know who's watching. You know what I'm saying? And I learned that, you know, now. Before I used to just be like, I'm grinding. But, you know, good brothers like you that show me love every day. Like, I got tons of strangers now that every day they in my DM, yo, Smitty, you motivate me. Like, yo, you keep me going, Smitty. And, you know, that shit motivates me. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm a regular dude. A lot of dudes get on here and act Hollywood. Nah, ain't none of that. I'm a regular dude on this grind. You know, so while the eyes is on me and, you know, I could motivate a few people or uplift a few people, why not? You know what I'm saying? So that's how I pretty much move.
Definitely, man. Appreciate you on that. All right, so this is the, you know, usually the end of the show where, well, more than the show, where I like to get into it and ask some questions and loosen up, you know what I mean? So you're from New York.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know, born and raised. Do you feel that the New York scene is back, far as being back on the map in the rap game? Or did it ever leave?
I think it did leave. I think it it went to the West, but I think it's back where it needs to be right now. We're taking the reins back. You know, we got a lot of good music coming out of the city. You know, a lot of young talent. You know, shout out Nasia Bella. You know, check for her.
Yeah, I seen it. Yeah, definitely.
A lot of young talent. You know, and I feel like New York is getting back to the space it needs to be. You know, so yeah, it's coming back to the Mecca.
Okay, definitely. So, what album or what artist are you listening to right now?
I mean, I bump my guys. You know, not even being biased, but I only listen to like Jada, Benny the Butcher.
Mm-hmm.
I might throw some J. Cole in there, get my mind right.
Shout out to Cole, baby.
You know what I'm saying? I'm bumping 38 Special. You know, shout out my guy OT the Real. I'm bumping my guy OT the Real. You know, just real music. You know.
Facts. I seen with a couple new artists. Far as what new? You went to a couple radio stations with what's his name? Hold on, don't get me lying. It was on your Instagram. You went to Power 105.
MJ Grizz.
Yeah. So what's your affiliation with him? Because you've been rolling with him for a little bit. You know what I mean? He's an artist, right?
Yeah. Well, MJ Grizz, you know, that's like the little brother I never had.
Okay. All right.
Like me and him, you know, some dude, we met from a crazy way. You know, when I first get involved with the music, you know, connecting dots, a guy that I played football with at UConn was trying to burn him for some money, like $8,000.
Stop playing.
My name and say like, yo, fall back. Don't say nothing. We split the money. That I said, nah, bro, it don't work like that.
Yeah.
Ended up checking him, getting MJ Grizz money back, and we've been rocking tight ever since. You know, he'd be the closest person, like as far as me managing someone, probably be MJ Grizz. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. All right. So what's your go-to dish right now? You know what I mean? I know it's good eats in New York. I get it. And you travel a lot.
Yeah.
But what's kind of your go-to dish right now? What do you know?
My go-to dish, I need a good oxtail rice and peas.
Nice.
Or peas with white rice. Or if I'm feeling fancy, you know, I'm a surf and turf, steak and lobster. You know what I'm saying? So.
Okay.
All right.
So, all right. Knicks or Nets? No. You're a Knicks fan? See? But you're from Brooklyn.
Fan.
You from Brooklyn.
Yeah, but still, they just came to Brooklyn.
Okay, I give you that.
I've been
I know that's right.
Before they got there, you know what I'm saying?
So it's Knicks first, Nets second.
Yeah.
Because it's all New York.
It's all New York. You know, it's just loyal. I've been checking for the Knicks since John Starks, Patrick Ewing. I remember watching the games with my dad as a young boy. So, you know, I'm a diehard Knicks fan.
So you feel y'all gonna make something happen this year, or was it just it's the Knicks to lose?
I don't think we're gonna make nothing happen. You asked, so I'm gonna let you know. You know,
keep it funky.
You know what I'm saying? Loyalty's royalty.
Facts. So, your all-time favorite rapper, who you think is?
I mean Jay-Z, hands down.
Hands down. It's a Brooklyn thing. It's a Brooklyn thing.
It's one of the two, Jay-Z or Big.
You can't go wrong. Definitely. Yes. All right. Well, I want to thank you, brother, for, you know, I know your time is limited, and I just want to thank you for coming on the Who Are You Really podcast. Usually what we do at the end of the show, we get an artist or whoever the guest is, time to plug away, where people can find you, where they can find, you know, if they want to get in contact with you, if they want to do some work or whatever. It's your time to, you know, let people know where they can find Smitty at.
All right, cool. You want to get some work done, do some business, hit me on Instagram, SMIT BDM CEO. And you can hit my email, you know, if you got music, you know, that sound like some, hit my email, Smith BDM CEO, just like my Instagram, add the symbol 1 at gmail.com. So those are the two best ways to get in contact with me.
Facts. All right, Smitty, man, it's been real. I thank you, brother. This definitely will not be the last time we be chopping it up, because I'll be in New York real soon. So I'll be hollering at you, you know what I mean? Seeing, you know, I got some things up there I'm working on, man.
Come to New York, I'm gonna show you that same love you've been showing me, my brother. And don't think it don't go noted. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate, you know, and when I say it's a movement, I consider, you know, good brothers like you, BDM too. You know, when I say it's a movement, anyone pushing a positive agenda and, you know, doing stuff and wherever you at, you know what I'm saying? You show love, you BDM. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate you, brother. You know, I mean, definitely, man. Salute.
All love.
Salute, man. So damn, until we meet again, y'all know what it is, man. The Who Are You Really podcast. We got the homie Lester Charlottesville own coming up, and we got Sunny X. She got 2 shows on her own network coming up. We got her Sunday, so y'all know what it is, man. I'm moving, I'm shaking. Y'all know what it is, man. Who Are You Really podcast. Get over. We're on all platforms that you listen to your podcast. Head over to our YouTube page. It's going up. We got videos going up daily, so y'all know what it is, man. Thanks for the support. Smitty, you know what it is, man. Appreciate you, brother. Until next time, we out. Salute.
Y'all know what it is. Talking cheap. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Talking
cheap talk. We out here doing real deals with Smitty. My man right here, Smitty. He make it happen.
Salute.
Don't ever forget that.